Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are live here at Fit Pro VR. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, that's silky smooth. Look at that. So, how you doing, folks? We are today, if you didn't notice by the thumbnail, we're going to be sitting down with Coach Chesney from Supernatural. Now, she was a guest coach on Supernatural, and she is going to be answering some of my questions, some of your questions, mostly talking about her experience with Supernatural. But of course, we're going to be talking about fitness as well. So if you ever have a question, go ahead and drop it down in the chat. Hello, Sana. Hello, Tempo Spire. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. I want to tell you this funny story that happened. This is not fitness related, but I need to tell somebody because I feel like okay. So if you have a cat, tell me you have a cat in the comments or in the chat. Just let me know if you have a cat or not in the chat because I have a cat. She's like the last of four pets. Okay, we got her. She's about 18 years old, and we got her. Well, yeah, 18 years ago, and Chesney, why are you in the chat and not on the stream? You need to be logged onto the stream. Um, so we have a cat, and she had a baby cat, so we had the kitten version. We have oh, there you are. Okay, phew, whew, got me for a second. I was like, why are you on the stream? You're supposed to be here. Okay. The kitten died. She died like earlier this year. And we had two dogs. We got all four of these animals at the same time. And she's the last surviving, and she's the oldest. This cat. We call her Mama Cat because she was the mom of this cat. Now, we are, preparing for the loss of an 18-year-old cat soon. I mean, they're cats. How long do they live? Um So the other day, I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday, nine cats? What's wrong? Why do I have every crazy cat lady in the stream today? So we had I woken up on Wednesday, and she was looking a little worse for the wear. She was looking a little skinnier than she usually does. She was looking, hi Nicklene. She was looking like, this might be her last couple days. And then I had the thought, like, I hadn't refilled her food in probably a couple days, and I'm like, oh no, Mama Cat, it's coming close to the end here. And then, I sat down with my son Charlie, and I was like, listen, he's 6 years old. We need to have this talk about where pets go when they die, the Rainbow Bridge, et cetera, et cetera. And, I was like, Mama Cat's not looking so hot. So in my niceness, because I'm a nice guy, I decide to check her food, and I'm like, okay, she hasn't eaten in a while. So I know, poor Mama Cat. And so she hasn't eaten in a while, and I'm like, maybe I can buy her some wet food because she only eats dry food for the most part. I'm like, maybe I can buy her some wet food just to kind of, it's her last days. When my dog died last year, I gave him like a chocolate ice cream and just let him just go ham on it because we had to put him down. So anyway, I bought some wet food, just the cheap shit at the store, like the Friskies or the whatever Fancy Feast, I can't remember, and I put it in the bowl. And this motherfucking cat just decides, oh, you know what? I'm gonna eat this food now, and she eats the whole can throughout the day. I put it in another can. The next day, she eats the whole can, and now she's like getting better. And there was no, like, she wasn't dying. She was not dying. She was tired of her food and was like, you know what? I guess I don't like this food anymore. I guess I'll just fucking die now. And so now she's back to normal, and we have a healthy cat again. So here I am with my yeah, that's what I was thinking. Sana was maybe her teeth are bad, but she has like beautiful teeth, and I don't know. But anyway, so she's not dying, and me and my son are just crying over a cat that's not dead for no reason. And so she just is back from the dead. I swear this cat will never go. She will never die. And just so you know, if you are on Facebook or excuse me, if you're on Facebook or Twitch, I cannot see your comments. So if you're commenting on Facebook or Twitch, you'll need to log on to the actual YouTube stream, and then that's how I'll see your comments. But anyway, I just thought that was an interesting story because this asshole cat was just like, I don't like this food. I'll just die now. And that's cats for you. dicks, man. I swear. Okay. Anyway, so all you people with 9 cats, salute to you. Your house must smell amazing. And let's get on to some fitness stuff. I'm going to bring on Chesney in just a moment. I am super excited. I've never spoken to Chesney in person. We've been on Discord and Facebook Messenger, and we've never spoken in person. So this will be the first time for me as well. I got a bunch of questions for Chesney, but if you have questions too, I'll put them up here, and she'll get to them. I know she wants to. So without further ado, I will bring on the lovely Chesney. Hello, Chesney. Oh my gosh,
Hi.
she's already laughing and smiling. How about that? How are you, my dear?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. My cat is excellent as well. So,
Good.
yeah. How many cats do you have, Chesney? How
I
many?
have 6 and my house smells
That's so
okay. Just
that's so
saying.
many cats. Why do people have to collect cats like Pokemon? Like that's what I want to know. Why they're not collectibles? They're just cats.
They're not, but they are so full of love, and all of mine are
Oh,
rescues. So,
not mine. Mine's a rescue, but she's not full of love. She's full of spite and hate and just bitterness, just like me.
oh my
And
goodness.
just so you know, all of the comments, I don't know if you can see the comments on the side.
Hmm.
The comments are on a 30-second delay. So things you're
Okay.
seeing from the people are hearing 30 seconds after us. It's like we're in outer space. So just pretend we're in outer space and we will get this show on the road. Chesney, tell me about your experience with Supernatural. How did it go? What was I want to hear from like start to finish, because I know people want to know, like, you got the call, you got all this. Just go crazy. I want to hear it.
Oh my gosh. So the experience with Supernatural was absolutely like surreal. Like I say like a lot. That's just me. So, um I got I was contacted by Caitlin, who is part of the social media team, and she said, "Hey, we're gonna do a customer feedback call, and we know that you use the app a lot, so we'd like to talk to you and bring some other people on with you as well." I'm thinking, "Oh, okay, this is
Oh, they
cool. This is
hustled you.
cool."
They
They
hustled you.
did.
Yeah.
They did.
Oh, nice.
So I got in the call and I was talking with Johnny, and he is part of marketing. And at least I hope I got that right. My brain is fried. But anyway, I love Johnny. I love Caitlin. They're all amazing. But I got on there with Johnny, and he's like, I want to know how you heard about us, And I was going to start to speak. And he said, hang on, I've got to bring somebody in the chat. And he brought Leanne in, and I was like, wait a minute, what? And I screamed. That's my trademark. I scream a lot. And I cried. And, Leanne talked about how they'd been watching me in the Facebook group, and they had a little slideshow for me. And
oh yeah, they're watching everybody. They were watching me in the Facebook group for different reasons though. So. It's like, oh, this guy again. Oh, great.
Oh my goodness. And
Yeah.
so they put together this little slideshow showing like my very first post. And, as I went along, about how, I was able to sing while I worked out, and I was first on the leaderboard, even if it was for an hour. I've never been first in anything. And then Leanne said to me, she said, will you allow us to bring you to LA so that you can coach your very own Supernatural workout? And I lost it. I cried.
How now tell everyone where you're at, speaking, because you're not in LA, correct?
Correct. I am in.
Come on, say it. Say the name. I want to know the town. Tell everyone the town name that you're from.
I live in Blacklick, Ohio, which is a suburb.
You can't say it like, you have to say like Blacklick, Ohio. You have to say it like that.
Blacklick, Ohio. I mean, I grew up in Barnesville, if that's any better, but Blacklick is a suburb of Columbus, Ohio. So go Bucks.
Yes, been there, yeah. I go every year. I go there to the Rogue Foundry. I go out there, and it's like you talking about. You see Leanne, and you scream. I go to the Rogue Factory, and I'm just like, oh, and I buy too much stuff, and I get in trouble. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. But
so you go to LA, and then what happens?
Yeah. I get to LA. My driver texts me, and I'm getting my luggage and everything, and I come out, and I see cameras and I'm feeling a little awkward at this point. So I'm trying not to pay attention. There's this great big black Escalade, and I'm starting to panic a little bit because I don't know what's happening. And Leanne jumps out of the car. Sorry. And I scream probably at the top of my lungs. It's like the FBI. I scream at the top of my lungs and I cry. There's a lot of crying that happens. Yeah. But we drove around LA. Leanne and I talked. We did a little bit of an interview. And
now, have you been to Los Angeles before? Or was this the first time?
It was the second time I've been to Los Angeles. I was back there in 2017.
Okay, cool.
But and then I rode around in this Escalade with Tony and Connor, who were sound and camera guys, and we walked up and down Santa Monica Pier. We walked on the beach, stuff like that. And they asked me questions, really cool. Found out Tony kind of stalked me a little bit.
Ooh.
He found my Twitch account. He found my Twitch account and was watching my streams before I came out, because I guess he wanted to see what I was like. So
that's fair. I mean, you're gonna represent the brand. They got to make sure you're not some kind of weirdo. I mean, a weirdo in a bad way, because obviously you're a weirdo. Because I'm a weirdo. You're in good company. Don't worry.
Yes. But from there, like the whole experience, it felt like a dream. I got to go to the studio. I got to watch the coach. I got to meet the coaches. Holy crap. I got to watch the coaches do their thing. We sat down and we did some planning, and it was the best experience I've ever had in my entire life.
That's awesome. So is it like when you're actually doing the coaching, for those of you who don't play Supernatural, it's like a rhythm game where the coaches are guiding you along. Some people hate it. Some people love it. I personally like it. But is it like free form, or do you kind of like know what you're doing, or do they just kind of throw you in and go, say what you say? How does that work? Because I know a lot of people don't know. Like a lot of people think that they're just like recording off camera, but I know you're doing the workout. I saw the pictures of you doing the workout. How is it done? Do you map it out? What does it look like?
I mapped it out. I had everything written down, was looking over it, everything. That's like good. That.
I'm a planner too. I would feel weird just going into it going, this is hard.
I have to plan. Yes, I had to plan. But I do see a lot of comments in the group once in a while, like, do the coaches really work out? Yes, the coaches really work out while we're recording. Okay. But it was amazing. I mean,
did you get to pick the song list, or was that kind of chosen for you? Did you have any say in that?
I had a say in it. We talked about what I liked and what, what kind of music does it for. I'm a big music geek. Like, I love music. And so I was sent a list, and I whittled that list down little by little, and, thinking, oh my God, I've got 9 songs. I wonder if I can do a monster. But I eventually brought that down a little bit, and I'm glad I did. But the set list just spoke to me, and I knew it was going to speak to a lot of people.
That's awesome. And I think that's the most important part, is that, you can be selfish and be like, oh, this is my favorite song. I love this song. But at the end of the day, it's not about you. It's about the person. It's like with any workout, with being a coach, that's how you get to see it from the other side. It's just like, I like this stuff, but not everybody likes that. So you said you're a music geek. You said you like that. You said you stream on Twitch and stuff. I'll have to check you out. Make sure you send me all your stuff so I can stalk you. And I'll put it in the description afterwards as well. Okay. So Desert Island, you're only allowed to bring 5 movies or books, not 5 of both, 5 movies or books with you. What do you bring?
We're going to go with movies, because with my ADHD, I struggle with books,
Okay.
But we're going to have Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm a huge Queen fan. We're going to have Superman.
Which
Wizard
one?
Of Oz, the first one.
Okay.
The first one.
Christopher Reeves, I'm guessing.
Yeah, okay, absolutely. Good. Wizard of Oz, my very favorite movie of all time. Labyrinth.
Oh God, I love that movie. Labyrinth. David Bowie, yeah.
You remind me of the Babe. Sorry, everybody.
With that bulge. Oh my God, the bulge was everything, man. You can't, it was all about the Bulls. Like it was like, I don't know when that movie came out, like 85, 86. I was probably like maybe like 5 or 6 years old. And even that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, something's different about his pants. Something's wrong with his pants. Like, yeah, everyone noticed that. Come on,
Oh
man.
my god! Oh my god!
She's laughing because she knows I'm right. And that's why it's funny.
Oh boy, I wish I was wearing my heart rate monitor and y'all could see that go up above 100. Yes. And
Okay,
my
so
very
Labyrinth
last,
and
oh,
yeah.
and Rocket Man.
Rocket. Oh, the Elton John one. I was thinking
Yes.
the Rocketeer for a second. I was like,
No,
that
Rocket
movie
Man.
sucks. That movie really sucks. But no, Rocket Man. I actually have not seen Rocket Man. I've seen all of the other movies.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
list. I forgot to tell you, there's no like way of playing these movies. You're just gonna have the physical copies with you, so you're just gonna have to be reading the back. There's no, yeah, sorry, you should have brought books. So just kidding. That's a solid list. That's a solid list of
Oh,
good like 80s throwbacks or like
yeah.
mentions to the 80s. I'm all about that. Yeah.
Mhm.
But you said you don't read a lot of books though, huh? I know ADHD can
Yeah.
do that to you. Yeah.
I'll like read the same page like 5 times and I'm just
Or the
putting the
same
book down.
line or the same
Yes.
anything. Yeah, no, I got you.
Mhm.
I totally understand that. I've had to reteach myself how to like read books because I noticed I haven't read a book in a long time. And then I picked up a new book and I'm like, this is hard. I'm so used to just like Twitter and things like that, where I'm just like, man, this is hard. And I'm a teacher. I should be able to read a book nonstop. And man, it gives sometimes I'm just like, why, how are people doing this? This is tough stuff. I mean, I know how to read, but I'm not sounding the words out, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna cut to it. You you do not look like a typical fitness coach, and I love
Oh.
that you embrace that. And I think that the world right now is in a good place for people to embrace that. There's been a really positive push towards people loving their bodies, people loving who they are,
Mhm.
and I want to talk about your weight because you said you're open to talking about that.
Yep.
How did your weight affect your childhood, your teenage years, your adulthood? Because I'm someone who also grew up a heavier kid.
Mhm.
But how did that look for you? I'm
Um,
curious.
it was rough.
Yeah.
I've always been overweight and, I've been teased as a kid, as a teenager. I've even been teased as an adult by other adults.
Isn't that the worst? I've had
It's
that too. Yeah.
yeah. And I would be in different situations. I took dance when I was a kid. And so, when it was time to try on costumes, someone would make the comment, "Oh, well, your daughter needs to lose weight in order to wear these costumes." They were just joking, like they were trying to be funny, but it really wasn't funny.
But yeah, but at the end of the day, they're not though, because it's something that they
Mhm.
noticed and they're still sticking it out like an asshole, and that's stupid. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I've been there too. I remember, not to cut into your story, but I
No.
remember when I was in 6th grade, my mom signed me up for football.
Mhm.
And back then it was like you had to be an age and a certain weight. And I've always been a little bit heavier. So my coaches were trying to get me to cut weight to play football,
Mhm.
and that was just a mess. And then I ended up not playing because it's like you can't get a 12-year-old to cut weight. It doesn't work. But yeah, so childhood's rough. I feel you. What about teenage years? Teenage years rough too?
I mean, yeah, I still got teased. I was in the band, so that was just another thing to add to the fire,
Sure.
as a band geek.
Mhm.
But, I kids would, they would say "Free Willy" or "There
Mm,
she blows," and,
yeah.
that stuff sticks with you.
Oh yeah,
Um
forever it feels like. Like I still remember the things that people said when I was a kid, and it's about kids not knowing, that because they're not in that situation.
Right.
The empathy is just isn't there. And so what did you do? What was your coping mechanism? How did you get through something like that?
To be honest with you, I cried.
Mm,
Or I
yeah.
ate. I'm
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that if I'm not careful, I can be a stress eater or a binge eater. And those are two things I've really had to focus on is to not, you know, run to food for something like that. But
Right.
comfort food. It was just how I grew up.
Right. And that's a lot of times people don't realize is, and I found this out as a teacher, because like my whole issue with eating is I eat too large of portions. Like I don't really like sweets or candy,
Mhm.
but if you put me in a buffet, I'm going home with like 3 plates. And like, and I'm still like that. I still have to keep myself in check like that.
Mhm.
But people don't realize that it just manifests itself in different ways. Some people will just like hide candy and eat it at night. I've never been one of those people. Some people are stress eaters. I'm sort of that sometimes. I don't really get stressed out that much. I'm pretty chill, but with me, it's just like overeating and just not knowing my portions. And
Mhm.
I think that's the hardest part. And if you grow up in a family that they only, cook big meals and they only cook like fatty meals, like that's just how you were raised and you don't
Mhm.
know any different. It's kind of like, and it almost puts you at a like, at it well, it definitely puts you at a disadvantage because you
Mhm.
don't know, but people don't always take that into consideration with the
Right.
comments they make, and they're just like, well, they should just eat less. Well, what if you don't know how to eat less? That's it's a very common thing that happens, and it just
Right.
sucks. And I'm very sorry that that stuff happened to you, and but I can totally empathize with you that because it's happened to me as well. And it's a brutal road, and it's a brutal, you're stuck being the funny person, like you kind of get pigeonholed into being the
Mhm.
funny person, and that
Mhm.
was mine. Like that's how I
Mhm.
developed a sense of humor, was kind of as a shell. So it's rough.
Yep.
Yeah,
I used to make fun of myself before anybody else had the chance to.
that's
That was a
that's the key.
defense mechanism,
That's the
you
key.
know?
Yeah, you take all their ammo before they get to shoot it.
That's
um
right.
Yeah, candy that you eat in the dark doesn't have calories. Everybody knows that. I'm gonna have to remember
Oh.
that. Listen, Michael is a VR fitness developer. You are not allowed to be saying shit like that, Mike. You are no sir, no. Mike is a developer for the game VR Workout, and he's always on the streams, and I'm always chit chatting with him on Discord. A lot of fun, really good guy. So, speaking of weight, you said you have PCOS,
I do.
and for those who don't know, that's polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Mhm.
And can you tell us what that is and how it affects like your fitness goals and like, because I know I'll let you say I know about it, but I want you to talk about it.
Sure. So PCOS, like Ari says, is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It affects 1 in every 10 women. It is a hormone disorder that can cause cysts on the ovaries and insulin resistance. Which, hello, all I gotta do is look at a pizza box and I gain a pound. Just kidding. But it makes it more difficult for my body to use energy well. I can meet my fitness goals. It just takes me a little longer. That's all. I could exercise 30 minutes every day and make sure I stay within, my
Your
guidelines.
caloric goal, yeah.
Exactly. And I could be up like a pound and a half. So
Yeah,
it's something that I just have to be really careful with. And the
right.
one thing is I am actually, happy, even though it's slow, I
Mhm.
am happy that it's working at all.
Right. Yo,
I
absolutely, yeah.
I'm not diabetic. I'm not pre-diabetic,
Right.
thankfully. So,
Mhm.
I've got a little bit going for me.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, PCOS, like I've had clients in the past with PCOS, and it just has to be like you do everything the same. It just everything happens a little bit slower than everybody
Mhm.
else, depending on the severity of it. Some people it
Yeah.
happens none at all.
Mhm.
It can be crazy how much your body is dependent on hormones. The
Yeah.
other thing that kind of drives me nuts about it is like when people have PCOS, it makes it some other people use hormones as an excuse for why they're not getting results when
Mhm.
in reality they don't have anything like that. Like hormones, yes, they play a part, but unless you have something like POS or
Mhm.
POS, oh my god, PCOS,
Wow.
piece of shit. If you have a piece of shit, if you don't have something like that, your hormones play a much smaller role in this kind of thing. So it always drives me nuts. So it's like, well, I think I just have a slow metabolism. I'm like, yeah, but that's really
Mhm.
not really a thing. And
Mhm.
but yeah, I can make it difficult for, I'm sure, for people that have it like yourself, where you have a legitimate, this is why it happens, and then you have other people that like where you have like celiac, you people who are celiac and they can't eat any gluten, like, oh well, I'm just sensitive to gluten. I'm like, nope, that's not a thing, that's not a real thing. So that's a made up white lady thing that just recently popped up, but it's not a real thing. Sorry, white ladies.
Mm.
So proud of you, Chesney. You are that you're so level headed about it. And yeah, I was so excited to talk to Chesney today because I know she's open and willing to talk about this kind of stuff because she does it on the Facebook Facebook, the Supernatural Facebook all the time. And it's just really nice to have. And like, I'm the same way. I like to talk openly about everything because that way, if people have questions, you're not just like embarrassed about it or, feeling a certain way. And I think like people like us, where we've grown up a certain way, being the funny person and making jokes about ourselves, it makes it easier for us to talk about it. And it makes it easier for people to understand it maybe a little bit better, if that's without, picking my words the right way. But so what's life like for you outside the VR world? We know you as Chesney, the Supernatural Coach Chesney, the person that's always on the Facebook group. I feel like anytime someone posts something, it's like, boom, you're the first comment on there. What happens when you're away from the computer? What happens? Or the headset? What
Oh,
happens?
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why I answer everything so quickly on Facebook. No, but away from the headset, I
Mhm.
play video games. I'm
Yeah.
I'm 40 years old and I'm still just a kid.
Right.
I play video games. I stream games 3 times a week on Twitch. I watch TV. I go outside and hang out with, the dog. Yes, I have a dog as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm. Six
And
dogs and six cats. It's like the Brady Bunch kind
one
of
dog and
animals.
6 cats.
That poor dog.
But I love music. I will sing, listen to Spotify, stuff like that.
Mhm.
I That's what I do. Like
Nice.
I'm basically on the internet all the time. Like
Right.
unless I'm watching TV, but then I've still got my phone in my hand because that's
Oh,
just
okay.
that's how I've always been. As far as I try to connect with people, especially
Mhm.
with the pandemic and everything. I try to make sure that I connect with everybody.
Right.
So
That's how you roll, huh? That's good though. I
that's
mean,
how I
like,
roll.
the world needs people like you. Like some people they don't they're not like that. Some people are, you know, on the computer on video games, but they're not interacting with people,
Hmm.
and that's crazy. I can't. Oh, and let's see here. Whoop-de-doo says, do you have an email address? I don't know who you're talking to. Whoop-de-doo, are you talking to me or Chesney? And if you want, we can. I mean, I'm sure we're both willing to share our email
Hmm.
address. Mine's Ari at revolutionfitfactory.com. So you're welcome to send me a question there. And then a link to the Facebook group. Honestly, just go to Facebook and type in official supernatural community, I think it's
Hmm.
called. And it's the first one that pops up. It's got like a million people in it, so you can't miss it. Um, Sana says, I'm so glad you are Chesney. I don't know what I'd do without you these
Aw,
days.
thank you,
See, look, it's
Sana.
and it's helpful that you get to hear that you make a difference and you make an impact. And sometimes, you can plug away at doing things and making content or whatever it is, like streaming, but you don't always get the feedback. You don't always get to hear people tell you you're awesome. But I'm here to tell you you're awesome, and so is everyone else in the chat. So I just want to make sure
Ah,
that you're reading all this. That's why I keep putting them up here, is I
yes.
want you to, see all of the love you're getting, and not just, you don't always have to be the one giving love. You have to get it back in return. So a lot of fitness world places value in size, okay, in an unrealistic way. I'm here to tell everybody that it's a very unrealistic way. I have my list of Instagram people that I absolutely detest because they rely so heavily on their body. And to Yeah, I know you saw that one just now. um, but like, what are you what are some things that help you stay sane being you, and being in a world that, I'm just gonna say it, like, may not accept you. Like, they may look at you and, not accept you. How do you stay sane in that? Because
Um,
and I'll tell you mine, because I'll tell you what, I get YouTube comments all the time that I have to delete immediately because I don't look a certain way. But how do you stay sane as someone who interacts a lot? And I would call you an expert. I would call you someone who has expertise in not only like VR, but supernatural and fitness and things like that. Like, how do you stay sane doing that?
I, you know, I know that there are, like, for every negative comment that I may get, there's probably 10 positive comments. And so I focus on those positive comments because when my workout was released on 8/24, the amount of messages I got was so overwhelming, and not in a bad way. There were people messaging me saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm crying watching your story. I can't believe you have PCOS. I have PCOS as well. I feel like you're similar to me. I feel seen." These people telling me that they feel seen, that's enough just to keep me sane. And, I talk to my husband all the time and my best friend Sana. We just giggle, we play scary video games, and I just continue talking to those people who want to reach out to me and talk to me about their situation. I pay no mind to the others who, may say, "What is she training for? Barbecue?" Because it's
Yeah.
out there.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that. I mean,
Yeah.
anyone who wants to say that to me, by all means, do it. Because like when I get the funny ones, I laugh and I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny. Like I'm like deep down, it's like I'm getting crushed. I can feel my mother over my shoulder on a scale, but I still think it's funny. Sorry if I'm laughing at that. Not everybody thinks it's funny, but I've learned to laugh off most of those comments. And like you said before, like getting to them before anyone else does. And I feel like I have to do the same thing. I wake up every morning because my number one video that is out there is like 26,000 views is the Beat Saber versus Supernatural video. And I swear to you, I wake up every morning to like these kids must watch it at night. And I get comments every single morning. I was like, I gotta delete that. Like, why should I listen to you? You're fat. I'm like, yeah, I'm not 13 years old and have the metabolism of a hummingbird. Yes, you're right. But I mean, I have 2 college degrees in the fitness industry, and it's like I own a gym and blah blah blah. And sometimes I have to tell myself, I'm like, no, you don't listen to that 12-year-old boy. You know better, stupid. So let's see what Sana says. Sana says, the only way I don't feel seen by Chesney is because I'm a foot taller. Oh, that's
Thanks.
a good one. That's a good burn right there.
Thanks, Sana. Mwah.
That's a good one. Nice. How tall are you, Chesney, if you don't mind
I
me
am.
asking?
Listen, I'm 5'2.5".
Oh, that's not bad. I thought you were gonna say like 4. Okay, that's fine. My sister's 5 foot. Okay, so you could look down on my sister. That's fine. Everybody does. Let's see here. So but I like that. I mean, keeping positive, looking at the positive comments, and just ignoring. And you know what I like to do on Facebook? I don't know if you can do this on Twitch too. Is when people make a comment, I don't just like outright delete it. I ghost ban them, so I still get their views from them, but they can't. They can comment, and it looks like they're posting a comment to themselves, but I never see it, and nobody else ever sees it. So they're just screaming into the void about my weight that they have no clue about my struggles as well. So I think that's my favorite thing is knowing that they're still giving me that sweet YouTube money, but screaming into the void as well. I like that. It's a little bit sweeter
funny
for me.
story. I've been streaming since December of 2020, and I've had 3 people come into my stream and make a comment about my weight. And it's funny because I'm like, thanks for the views, and then my husband will ban them. So
it's fine. Like, come on, bring it. I could use every little dollar. Like I don't make a lot on YouTube. I really don't. But I'm monetized. Let's say that, and they're helping me out along the way. So okay, you're from Black Lick, Ohio. Okay, I have to say it like that. Black Lick, Ohio. What is the best restaurant? Okay, I'm gearing up for my vacation to Black Lick. I got my bags packed. I got my bathing suit. I got my, my snowshoes. I'm ready for anything. Where do I go to eat in Black Lick, Ohio? And it has to be in Black Lick. Don't pull that Columbus bullshit on me because that doesn't count. It has to be no. If you wrote down something Columbus, it must be in Black Lick. And
okay,
so let's hear it.
Here's the funny thing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something crazy. Black Lick also includes parts of Reynoldsburg, parts of Pickerington, etc., because it's so small. But I would have to say, like 5 minutes down the street from me is a tavern called the Winking Lizard Tavern, and it's pretty cool. I heard you chuckle. You can get gyros, you can get wings, you can get pizza, you can get like chicken parmers. It's really good.
Is it one of those places that has like 10-page menu where you just can't decide what's on it?
I think they used to, but now I don't think they give you the menu anymore. I don't know. We order with like DoorDash and Uber Eats.
Yeah. Come on, it's 2021. Who goes to restaurants anymore? I'm trying to catch COVID. I'm not trying to catch COVID. What are you trying? It's funny. I've like retrained my brain, and now I'm so used to like having Uber Eats and like DoorDash and all that stuff. Where I'm just like, did we really just walk around just breathing on each other just like that? Like, did we always do that? It seems so weird. I'm like so used to wearing a mask. I'm a teacher, so I have to wear a mask all the time, and I'm just so used to like did we were just out there raw dogging each other with the air, weren't we? That's craziness. No, thank you. So, what's it called? The Winking Lizard
Winking Lizard
Tavern.
Yes.
That
Mm-hmm.
sounds something like out of a movie. I think you made that place up, and I don't believe you. I don't believe you. So we're just gonna go with Taco Bell. Okay, good
Oh,
answer.
no
Okay.
way, Lord. Oh,
Oh,
whew.
here's a question. Here, I got a question for you that's not on the list.
Uh-oh.
What was your first job? Because mine was Taco Bell. That's what made me think of it.
My
I
first
got fired
job.
2 weeks later.
Oh my God. My first job, I worked as a cashier and ice cream getter. I don't know if that's a thing at a place called Moore's Drive-In. So we
Okay,
did the soft serve ice cream.
love
I think I
drive-ins.
was 16, 17. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. Mine was Taco Bell, and I got fired because what did I do? I did something that 16-year-olds shouldn't be doing the night before, and then I slept through every message they left
Oh
saying, "Oh, you're late
no.
for work. Oh, you're late for this. Oh, you're fired, by the way." Yeah, so
Oh
that's
my goodness.
do they still have drive-ins out there, or are they all gone too?
Drive-in restaurants. Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
couple like
just
Sonic.
like
Sonic's.
Sonic. Yeah, that's the only one I could
Mhm.
think of. Taco Bell, but I can recommend the crispy chickens. Get out of here. No one's recommending anything from Taco Bell. Get out of here. No, that was a joke and you know it. So for you, getting healthier, because I don't want to say I hate using the word like losing weight. It's like
Mhm.
because you can be healthy without losing weight. You can recomp your body. You can do a whole bunch of other things.
Thank
And I
you.
always try to talk people out of saying I need to lose weight. No, you don't need to. You think you need to lose weight, and most people who say that actually don't need to lose weight. They're just like unhappy with this new COVID-15 or whatever term is out there now.
Right.
Like what was your aha moment to get healthier? Like what was that for you?
Well, everybody knows because I've been screaming from the rooftops. I just turned 40, and
Yeah,
40 seems to be the magic number where people start having a lot of nasty health problems, heart attacks, strokes, even
yeah,
dying.
absolutely.
So I was seeing people who were a little bit older than me having those issues, dying, and I'm like, oh my God. And at the time, and this, I'm going to be a little vulnerable here. At the
Do it.
time, I would struggle to put my socks on. I
Yeah,
couldn't reach my feet to put my socks
right.
on, and my husband was having to help me. And at that point, I'm not saying he didn't love me, but at that point, he was becoming a caretaker as opposed to my partner. And it was really humiliating for me, and recently, when I did another interview with the Today Show, like the article, I told that, and I've never told that story other than
Mm,
maybe a couple of close friends. So like the whole world
mhm.
knows now that I couldn't put my own socks on. But I
Yeah,
was sick of it. I was becoming immobile and I needed to change and I didn't want to
right.
die. So I was like, you know what? Something's got to change.
Yeah, because I mean, like that's we're all. I always tell everyone we're speeding towards the grave. Every year we get older, it goes a little bit faster, and we're like,
Yeah.
oh, that year went super fast.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to ride this out. I want to ride this thing out till I told everybody I want to live till I'm 80. I want to be able to squat and deadlift the entire time. And then after that, I'm good. Like whatever happens after 80, because I know my wife's gonna outlive me. She's healthy. She's a woman. She's gonna outlive me. It's fine. I've accepted that. She can have some pool boy afterwards. I'm cool with it. It's just a matter of like, how do you want to go out? Do you want to go out in a hospital bed with tubes? And I was in the hospital earlier this year. I had appendicitis, and
Oh no.
I it was like the worst 5 days of my life because it was just I'm not used to being sick or in the hospital. And I swear to you, everyone around me was super unhealthy, super, obese to the point where they like couldn't. There was one woman, she was in the room next to me, like Ketty corner, and I could see into her room, unfortunately. And like it took her, and I'm not lying, it's 6 hours for her to get out of bed. And I'm not saying to get out and stand up. I'm talking about go from a laying position to a sitting position in the bed. And they would have to like inch her on and like they'd move her leg. And she moaned the entire time, like all day, all night. I do not know when this woman slept. And it was a matter of like they'd move her leg and then she would like be in so much pain that she couldn't do anything else. And I asked the nurse, I was like, how long has she been here? And they said she'd been there like 2 months. I'm going crazy after 3 days in the hospital. And I after that point, I realized I do not want to be like that ever, ever. And appendicitis is different. It just kind of all of a sudden your appendix explodes. But I don't want to ever have to be in the hospital like that. So, when I turn 80, whatever happens after that, I'm just like, I'm gold. Just let me die somewhere in Montana or something. I don't care. It's but
Oh.
I don't want to be that person. I want to be deadlifting and squatting until I'm dead. And, you know, but I hear you on that, like getting older and just, that's when the things start happening. I'm 38 on the cusp of 39. So I'm still a young man. I'm not like you old people. Um,
Mhm.
but let's see what I saw some comments pop here. Sana's popcorn chicken. She recommends it. Must be an inside joke because I don't get it. And then, yeah,
She's a
Michael
good
just turned
cook.
40. Oh, is she? Nice.
Yeah.
Michael just turned 40. Welcome
Woo
to the club.
woo!
Yeah, nice. The 40s. And the best thing I ever did was set my goal to I want my body to be able to do more things.
Yep.
And that goes back to like it's not about losing weight. It's like about being a good human and being set up. You want your body to work the way humans are supposed to work. We're not meant to, as I sit here in front of a computer, sit in front of a computer all day. We are meant to be up and walking and doing things. And, and that's one of my favorite things about virtual reality. It's taking a segment of the population that is typically like sedentary. And it's like, hey, guess what? You want to play this game? Get your ass off the couch and move around. And I love that. And that was like my motivation for starting this whole channel was to help people because you're taking people that may not have ever worked out before and suddenly they're working out. And, there's so much just like pseudoscience and just like wives' tales and rumors going around that I'm like, I need to jump in on this one and start helping people out. And it's been a blast doing that as well. So, I mean, like moving around better. I love that comment. That's great. VR is awesome. Yes. And what is this one? 60 is the new 40, 80 is the new 60. Okay, well then I guess I'm gonna go to 100. That's fine by me. I can do that. Okay, let me see. Did I get to everything? What's the future for coaching? Are you coaching again? I know that FBI style, you're not allowed to say things, you're signing your life away with, I know how it goes. I've done stuff like that before. But with what you can tell me, what can you tell me? I
Well, here's
won't
what
trick
I
you into saying anything you're not supposed to say, I promise.
thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Maybe just
Here's
one
what
thing. Just we won't say we won't tell anybody. All of us watching won't tell anybody.
Well, here's what I can say. I
Okay.
truly enjoyed coaching. I loved it and engaging with the community this way. The community is incredible. So we'll just have to wait and see what's ahead.
Oh, that was a bullshit. That was a politician answer, and you know it. So, folks, you heard it here. Chesney will be back on Supernatural coaching. We're just like doing that reading between the line thing.
Oh,
We'll have to wait. No, I'm just kidding. We'll wait and see what happens next. Chesney, it's been such a pleasure talking to you. I love your energy and I love your
thank
positive.
you.
Everything about you is just you're radiating positivity, and I wish you the best. And I can't wait to see your next workout and see what this mystery future holds for us. But we'll see you again, I promise.
Thank you, Ari. It
Take
was
care.
great. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
no problem. Take care. All right, folks, it is me. I'm flying solo now. What do you want to talk about now? Let's talk about our workouts. Okay, here's what I did today did anyone do a VR workout today? That's what I want to know in the chat. Tell me if you did some kind of workout on VR today. And if you didn't, tell me what you did that was outside of VR because you know me, I love doing all of it. Today, I'm working on a video for next week. My videos have slowed down a little bit because I just started work again. I'm a teacher and like it's back to school for me. What I did, I'm working on a video. So I did a workout from this mystery video or mystery game. And then I also did Mike's game VR workout. I'll tell you what, man, I meant to do a 10-minute workout with VR workout. If you haven't tried it before, it's a little rough around the edges. And he knows I will say that about it. And I'll say it with all the love in the world. It's a little rough around the edges, but man, it's a hard workout. It's tough. Once you get the hang of it, it's tough. And I didn't know it wasn't about beating a challenge. It was about I accidentally forgot to set my heart rate monitor the first 10-minute workout. So all of the data I got from it was non-existent. So I had, I was just gonna go, oh, maybe not. I had to do it again. So I did another 10-minute workout with it. And 10 minutes, like that's plenty. You don't need to do anything more than 10 minutes with Mike's game. VR workout. And you can get it on App Lab. If you search for VR workout on your phone, you just have to go to the look for more stuff. And I did that one and whew, I'm sweating. And it was brutal. So I had to do that one. Horses this morning, Supernatural this afternoon. I know I got a lot of Supernatural heads in here, which is cool. I actually, you know what? I am not a subscriber to Supernatural anymore. I know, gasp from the crowd. I because extended stretching, yeah, that's another Supernatural one too. I actually quit I didn't quit Supernatural. I don't want to say it like that. It's not like I'm just like I hate Supernatural. It's that I have with this channel to review so many different games and so many different things. Oh, I know you did. Look at Chesney still in here. She's still in this. I have to review so many games that, having subscriptions just didn't make sense to me. So I feel like if I do Supernatural videos in the future, I'll subscribe for a month, bang out a few videos. But I don't have any Supernatural subscription. I'm not subscribed to actually anything at the moment. I think Peloton, my wife does Peloton more than I, and then I do oh, it doesn't work on a VPN anymore. Ooh, that sucks. Oh, good to know, because I was almost going to put together a video about using it on a VPN. Good to know though. Thank you for that, by the way. But there's one app that I use that I subscribe to, and it's not in VR. It's called a Sensei, and it's funny. I was just in a commercial for them because they sent out videos for, they sent out emails asking people for testimonials. And a Sensei, it's a rowing app. It's basically an app where you follow along with a coach for rowing. I love rowing; is my favorite cardio of all time. So if you're not a rower, it's kind of cost. There's the rowers are expensive, but if you have one, it's amazing. When is Power Beats VR coming to Quest? It's already there, if I'm not mistaken. Or are you talking about Side Quest? I have it somehow. Somehow I have that app. I'm not special. I'm pretty sure it's on there. I don't have my phone anywhere near me, so I can't check for you. Maybe Mike knows. Mike's all up on the side quest nonsense. I don't know. Let's see here. Stopped working a week ago with their latest updates. Oh, that sucks. That's unfortunate. Well, hopefully you didn't pay for a whole year, did you? Remember, I told you never pay for a year of something unless you know for a fact you're going to use it. But yeah, it's good to hear you guys are all doing your workouts today. That's fantastic. How about eating? What are some meals we had today? Let's go over what I had for breakfast. I had a yogurt with granola, and I'm not a great eater. I'll be honest. I don't eat well. Like I'm not like some people, you go on their Instagram and they have like avocados and like an avocado toast with. I'm like, who is eating this? I can't eat. I'm not a farm animal. I'm not eating all this stuff. So that's good. I'm good to hear you on a monthly plan. I had a yogurt parfait from La Colombe. If you don't know what La Colombe is, it's kind of an East Coast coffee shop. It's the best though. And then for lunch, I had pizza. And oh yeah, I saw actually, Chesney, I actually saw yours, and those looked really good because I just had regular pizza. I just had 3 pieces of pizza because I had to get some more tattoo work done today, and I had to eat my lunch at like 9 a.m. because I was going to be under the needle for. I think it was like 5 hours today. So, and then I think for dinner it's homemade spaghetti. Ooh, my wife is an amazing cook, and I didn't know how amazing it is to have a chef in the house because when I grew up, it was just garbage food from my mom. I'm not afraid to say that. Wonderful poached. Oh my God, I love a good poached egg. Now I'm hungry. I'm so hungry, guys. Okay. Well, I appreciate you all coming to my stream today. Hold on. Make the most of my food from scratch. Kneading dough is a workout. Man, you would have some serious forearms from kneading dough. I tell you what, I've helped my wife do that before, make bread. I'm just like, why? Who is doing this stuff? Arabic. Hold on. I have Arabic starts plate, hummus tabbouleh. Oh my God, I love that kind of food. Okay, guys, I have to end the stream before I eat this microphone. It's starting to look like an ice cream cone right now. Do you want to see? Do you want to see the ridiculous, stupidest tattoo I got today? You want to see it? Okay, I don't know if any of you know who Shark Puppet is. Okay, let me know in the comments if you know who Shark Puppet is. It's a YouTube/Vine thing. Okay, you ready for this stupidity? Are you ready? It's hard to see with my ring light there, but I got a shark puppet tattoo. Oh yeah. And if you don't know who Shark Puppet is, that is your homework, ladies and gentlemen. You need to look up who Shark Puppet. Yes, Shark Puppet from TikTok. Shark Puppet. He's originally a Vine character, and I'm gonna end with this story because this is why I don't just love Shark Puppet. It's my son. He's 6, and Shark Puppet. Yeah, he goes ee! Every time. So that's your homework. You need to look up Shark Puppet on YouTube. It's the dumbest, stupidest thing ever. My son is obsessed with Shark Puppet, and here's why I got the tattoo. Is sometimes when my son he loves it, like loves Shark Puppet, and yeah, yeah, I'm old too. So, but when he gets in a situation where he feels awkward or uncomfortable and he can't really say anything, this is what he does. He goes, and I know he's doing the like shark puppet scream with because I bought him a shark puppet to play with, and he does this. He goes, And I know he's just like inside, he's doing like this is what he does to soothe himself and what he does to like help himself feel more comfortable. So that's why I got Shark Puppet. It's not just a dumb vine. I mean, it is a dumb vine. It really is. But that's why I got it, because it's to honor my son and help him feel more comfortable when he's in situations he doesn't always feel comfortable in. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an awesome stream. Thank you for showing up yet again. I have no more guests scheduled. I am working on Leanne. She is leaving me on red on Instagram. So once I get Leanne in here, and then I'm going to get Mark, and then I'm going to get Rainier, because he said he wanted to be last. I've already talked to him. He wants to be last. So guys, check out VR Workout if you haven't already. And also check out Shark Puppet. You're gonna laugh and be like, you really got a tattoo of Shark Puppet. But folks, have a great Sunday, and I will catch you on the flip flop. Bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves.